When you see an opportunity, what do? When you've got an idea that you know could be great, that comes to your mind, but then your inner voice starts taking over to say, you can't do that, you're crazy, that's never gonna happen. What do? It's in these moments that your entire self-identity is created. Because for too many of us, we've created the identity that we get great ideas, but because we don't know how they're gonna work out, we don't know how they make logical sense, we don't take any action on them. And that's how you lead to a life of regret. That's how you lead to a life that in 10 years you look back and you say, I wish I did something. Why didn't I do anything? How many times have you had a great idea that you thought was a great idea, then you see somebody else go off and make tons of money off of your idea? The only difference is they started it and you didn't. It's not that they're any smarter than you or more resources. You probably have more heart, more vision, more purpose than they did. So why are they successful and you're still sitting here? Because they did something on it. While you're thinking about it, researching it, planning it, strategizing it, reading about it, they went off and did it. That's the only difference. It's the courage to stand up and say yes and take action on the imperfect idea. So I look at Adam Duran as an example. I did an Instagram live yesterday and Adam Duran came in. And Adam Duran was a guy, an entrepreneur who I met in San Jose. And I knew he was coming to my event. I was doing my tour. And the day before, I'm in San Jose, the day before my big event, I see Adam Duran go live on Instagram. I'm at an ice cream shop. I go to the car, we're eating our ice cream in the car, and Adam Duran goes live. And for whatever reason, I come up with the idea of I should go see what Adam Duran is doing live. I don't know why, but let's go do it. And I go and join his live, and there's 2 or 3 people in it, not a lot. And so I said, I'm gonna join Adam live. I'm gonna join Adam live. And so he invited me in. And then my audience starts funneling in, so now he has a bigger audience of people who are watching. And while I'm sitting there talking to him, my event's the next day, I say, Adam, I just got this idea. I'd love for you to introduce me tomorrow at my event. Somebody local, you're from San Jose, all San Joseans, come and introduce me. And he said yes. I never had anybody introduce me at my events. I don't even know this guy yet, right? I mean, I just hung out with him a little bit on Instagram Live. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's gonna suck. I don't know what he's gonna say. And in his mind is all the fears and insecurities of, oh my God, it's tomorrow. I don't have a month to prepare this. What am I gonna say? I don't wanna disappoint Evan or let him down. It's easily tons of fears on both sides. But he said yes. I asked, he said yes, and he came the next day. And he was so nervous, and he got all dressed up, and he brought a cameraman along with him as well, and he crushed it. He did a fantastic job. The point of that story is to trust your ideas, to trust the things that come into your mind, to trust that they're good, to trust that they will serve you, to trust that they're the right things for you, to stop judging your ideas, to stop trying to be practical all the time with the ideas that come to your mind, because your brain is designed to keep you safe. Your brain is understanding of what currently exists. So it doesn't understand the new things that could be, where your heart can come up with brand new things. That's why you always make the big decisions in life with your heart and the small ones with your head, because your brain will talk you down from it. So in that story with Adam, there were a couple of key moments. One was deciding to join Adam's live on Instagram. Why did I come up with that idea? I don't know. I saw him live. I said, okay, I'm gonna go join him. Then when I'm talking to him, asking him to come and introduce me, even though it wasn't part of my model, even though nobody was introducing me at other events, even though I didn't know who this guy was really, but something felt right. And so instead of judging and overthinking, like there was no time to judge and overthink because the event was tomorrow. This idea came to me. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna say yes. And then same thing on Adam's side. He didn't have time to overthink and judge it. He could have said no. He could have said, I'm not ready. He could have said, who me? He could have said, I'm not ready. And instead he said, yes. We were both afraid. We both said yes, and it ended up being great. And that helped Adam, and he's gone on and done a whole bunch of other videos and speaking, and he's amazing. He said that was a big moment for him. We were talking about it yesterday. The more you can teach yourself to go from idea to action is where great things start to happen. The first thing that most people do when you come up with a great idea is we default into research mode. We default into planning mode. And while we're using our courageous energy, our bold energy, you get an idea, you get excited, right? You get an idea, you're bold, you're courageous, you wanna go do something. Like, yeah, this would be amazing. We waste our best energy on planning and researching and strategizing and talking to a friend instead of actually doing something about it. Where the best thing you can do is to take imperfect action. So you go from idea to action. Idea to action. You got an idea. Default to thinking. Default to training yourself that when you come up with an idea, it's amazing. How about we start thinking, you have amazing ideas. How about that? How about that being the default way of thinking instead of thinking, oh, this will never work. I suck. I'm not good enough. I don't have the resources. This is too difficult. I'll never be able to do it. How about we start to switch the default narrative in our minds that you come up with amazing ideas? That the fact that you came up with it means it's a good idea and you should do something about it. It doesn't mean you go mortgage your home to go start this thing, but it's a good idea. Step number one, right? Your ideas are good. Step number two is take imperfect action. Don't go mortgage the home. Don't go making some big plan. Don't start thinking about how you need venture capital to start this thing. What's the first, smallest, dumbest step that you could take today just to do it? Just to do it, just to start. You want to start a YouTube channel? Awesome. Take out your phone right now. I'm filming this video in my parking garage right now. You know, Tuesdays I film the content. Nina usually does some errands and I sit in the car and film content. She finished her errands early. I still have a video to make, so I'm gonna finish this video sitting in the parking lot of my condo. Is this perfect? No. Is the lighting good? No. I'm still here filming content. You can do it. What's the first step? You wanna make a YouTube channel, pull out your phone today and make a piece of content. You wanna write a book, go write your first 3 pages. Like, it's just taking, I call it the 2% difference. You have your goal, that's getting 100%. Whatever your goal, your mission, your vision, reaching that will be 100% completion of your goal, right? Perfect. Don't worry about 100% yet. What we default to do is planning the 100%. Don't worry about that yet. Focus on the first 2%. What's the 2% difference? What's the first 2%? The first 2% is making your first video. The first 2% is writing those 3 pages. The first 2% is going to the gym today. The first 2% is going for a walk. The first 2% is recording your first song. Like, the first 2% is just anything to build momentum. Don't worry about how it all fits into the grand scheme. It's gonna feel like you don't have the plan. The problem is you spend so much time on the plan that you never start doing. You spend your best energy on creating the plan, and then you wake up the next day and you realize, I can't do that. Who did I think I was yesterday thinking I could go do that? You haven't built any momentum, and then you freeze and you stop. And this is how you end up going through this cycle of great ideas and then no momentum, and then another great idea and then no momentum, because your best energy is spent on planning instead of doing. So the 2% difference gets you out of it, and you're gonna feel out of control. You're gonna feel like you don't know where this is going. You're gonna feel like there is no plan. Perfect. Perfect. The plan will come. Plan tomorrow. Today is action. 2% difference. So step number 1, trust that your ideas are great. They came to you, so they're great. You're a genius. Stop telling yourself that your ideas suck. They're great. You got to do something on it. Step number 2 is a 2% difference. We're taking immediate action on it. And then step number 3 is just expect to suck. Expect to suck. Why do you expect to be great the first time out? When you first picked up a skill as a kid, you first got on a bike, you first got on a pair of skates or rollerblades, what happened? You fell down. It's normal. Why do you expect your first video to be amazing? Why do you expect your first page of your first draft of your book to be awesome? It's not. It's going to suck. Expect to suck. Expect it to suck. What we often do is internalize that and say, well, because it sucked, therefore I suck. No, that's not what it means. You rock. Because your first video sucked doesn't mean that you suck as a human. It means you're amazing for trying. If your first video is amazing, then I think you suck, because it means you should have started it 5 years ago. Your first of anything needs to suck. We have these impossible standards for ourselves that we say, well, I need to be great out of the gate or I'm not going to do it. And then you get stuck in the never creation mode. Expect it to be terrible. It's okay. It's normal. That's how great things happen, is your first thing sucks. Your first trip to the gym will suck. Your first push-up will suck. Your first video will suck. Your first page will suck. Your first song will suck. All of it. Great. That means you're amazing. That's how progress happens. That's how you start to move forward on your goals, because you don't want to stay stuck just knowing that you could have done something, but you were too afraid. So step number 1, trust that your ideas are good. They came to you, therefore they're good. Step number 2, the 2% difference, immediate action. And in step number 3, expect to suck. That's how you start to make the transition. That's how you start to live that life that you want to live. You've had amazing dreams and goals in the past that didn't come true. Not because you're not capable, just because you didn't take action. Use that as leverage, as fuel going forward, because right now you've got great ideas too. Right now you've got a great heart too. Right now you know that you can be doing something epic. And all that's missing is momentum. All that's missing is your willingness to be courageous, to expect to suck, and then to create. And next day create again, and next day create again, and next day create again. You do that every day, your life will look dramatically different 1 year from today. You're a genius. You've got an amazing heart. The only thing missing from the life you want to live is momentum.
If you want another Evan rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Achievers very rarely celebrate wins. We're not good at it. Achievers really struggle at celebrating wins, mainly because we're mission focused